How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Trust Us Collectibles video. Today is a very special video we have for you guys. We're going to have a double deck profile featuring both the first place BCS Worlds 2024-2025 winner José, as well as second place 2024-25 Tong. Thank you guys for agreeing to our interview and deck profile. And congratulations for the amazing results.
Thank you.
So I want to first start off by asking you guys where you guys are from, what deck you used to qualify, and which BCS you qualified with. And we'll start with Jose.
I'm from Spain. I qualified from there in Madrid. And I played SDS too, the list Prevan with the Fumio, with the Dreyfus. This is the new list for Spam. It's the same list.
Yeah. How about yourself, Tom?
I'm from Queensland, Australia. I topped in both of the regional qualifiers in my country, so both Melbourne and Sydney. Melbourne was only top 8, Sydney was my champion. So in both formats, I played with premium list and post-premium set lists.
Nino, right?
Correct.
Got a rep your girl.
Nino. Let's go rep, please.
All right, so we're gonna briefly look at these winners deck profiles here, let them talk a bit about their choice, why they bought the deck, maybe their general thoughts on the day. So we're gonna start here with Tong. So we do have here max rarity 8 standby Nino. You guys know the drill. So Tong, what made you decide you wanted to run it back with Nino in this current meta?
The crazy part was I always felt like it feels like, no offense, a comfort list for myself. I've tried playing the best decks in some of the formats. So at the moment it was Abuta, but every time I play against it, I just feel like it feels terrible. I did mirror matches, it just feels terrible. I just don't think it's that fun either. It loses the thing that I enjoy in the game, which is like, checking all things, making sure I'm doing the right things. And when I don't do that, I feel like I'm losing my own identity. People know me very well on making these specific plays or knowing what to do. But by playing Abuta not right, was the right choice. Regarding this list itself, it looks very confusing if you looked at some other of the topping list. From what I've heard, only 2 of the topping list in the whole of the BCS seasons, excluding the World Finals, only ran the Iron Nino, so this level 0 that's on the choice restrict, instead of the 2-1 Nexo event. Both him and myself, we agree that this helps so much with the consistency of the deck. Playing the Nexo event feels really weird too. If you consider that if people were playing Slime, why would you play an event that just does nothing against them? And I always feel like sometimes you just need that extra materials to get your finisher going. You would rather do like a triple finisher rather than doing 2 finishers because you wasted your resources on a next solo event. Compared to my previous list, it's nearly exactly the same. At least the one I used for Sydney, which I will eventually do a deck profile for, and I'll explain my reasonings. Crazy part, this deck has evolved slightly. The main part was the decision of these 2 specific cards. I've always found my old list only played 2 of the Salvage Brainstorm and none of this. But after playtesting with this a little bit, I realized, damn, this card's just silly.
Top check 3 brainstorm, super good. Find your climaxes.
It's super good and just does the job that it needs to. And I think without this, I think my day would have been way worse. I think I would have just have to keep wasting my resources on using my top check X here or using my top check 5. It just feels, what's the point when you could just have a brainstorm that just does it for you for 1 cost of stock?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great reasoning.
Otherwise, everything else, stuff like 3 Ironwood seems a bit confusing because I feel like some people would like to play 4 if they could. But I believed this card was way too important, these 2. That's why there are 4 copies in my deck. They're just consistency. You just want to see the starting hand. As soon as you see them, you're off to the races. A lot of these are just small tech choices that I have here and there. People wonder if it's worth it to play the Nino Climax Swapper from the set 1. I feel that extra stock from hand can make or break the game. There are so many instances where I played where, I just need 1 more stock to play a second combo or another combo of Nino. And I've dealt with this so much times, I just said, I'm sticking with this, I don't care, don't ask me. Otherwise, Itsuki, just for the bounce effects, nothing special. The use of this may be a bit confusing, but I actually do not like playing a 4th combo. The deck space already here, as you can see, is extremely tight as it is. I felt like, what's the point on playing the 4th combo? It felt unnecessary, and I just felt like this card can win games here and there. Although against Abu today, it just kept doing nothing. So I still like to keep it for other matchups, but some I still prefer.
Yeah, their my reverser definitely can just circumvent that. But it's really nice that you'll be able to like turn one, use the 0-0 Nino to immediately send the 1-1 unreversible if you are in the right matchup,
There are
right?
so many games where like I just see this combo and I'm just like full on.
Yep.
It just feels amazing. And lots of times, crazy enough, this card too going second because from what I can call today, I only went first like once or twice. Every other time I went second, and every time if I see this card, I'm just finding this and just going bye. See ya, don't care.
Yep, it's just perfect.
It's crazy. Otherwise, 3 of this is just enough as it is. 1 Isotel, that's fine. Now, people wondering why are you playing this instead of like the Nino back row? I feel the stock manipulation helps with like actually pushing for games sometimes. Sometimes you just miss that reach, and you can't just rely on bringing this out at level 2. It feels wasted. Oh no, sorry. As in like the back row 2k assist for the Nino. Like why don't you spawn the change one? Because the change one just does so much for the deck. It's like what you want to see, it's what you want to do. And wasting have to bring this out, like the level 3 Nino assist just ain't worth it. Not needed. People also may be crazy on why I still play this in a deck where I only have 4 yellows. I still believe that this card is the best healer for the deck. I've considered playing the set 1, the blue one, which is not bad either, because lots of lists I've seen have been only playing 3 of this Nino. But I still stay firm with my belief, 4 is better. And I still enjoy, like, when I do get the chance to early play this through this effect, or even just simply clocking this into my level and playing it out, it just shocks. And I've seen other people just say, why you do this? It's my way, I prefer it. And it works. When it works, it just works. Regarding Climax lineup, maybe a bit confusing why I'm doing a 4-3-1. Why did you just play 4 of the level 1 combo? Or why did you just like play 3 of this, 4 of that, and 1 of that? I believe in a concept of like this is standby. You just want to slam standbys every turn that you get a chance just to bring out more advantage, right? You can't just keep holding it for no reason. And another part too is the only comics I definitely want to see at any specific point in the game is always my level 3. I've played games where I've played with like 4 of this, 3 of this, 1 of that, and I just said, where's my level 3 climax? Where the hell is it? And it just irritates me to the full end. So, and I believe 4 of this is most important. You could play 4 of this, and I also, crazy enough, this actually does come up. Especially today, I was playing against Abuta. It's just AK. It's just big enough to not get crashed over by their field, and it just feels nice. It's just there. They have to trigger a door with the specific brainstorm. If they don't have it, well, nice, just crashing into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, sorry, just one of the other changes too is because of this, I also used to run an anti-level, but I felt for this only this event, that it was not necessary. And I think actually, considering post this event, I never saw the use of it. And I feel now I'm actually settled, like this is one of my final lists that I'm just extremely happy with.
There you go, and the results do show for it, making the exact 50 cards that you're happy with, and imagining the type of meta that you'll be in, and just cutting cards loose that normally people would expect to be auto-includes, and you're like, no, I don't need it. I don't think I have a matchup in which it'll be useful. So definitely very great decisions.
I'll just provide a little secret. I'm definitely not playing 4 of this because I don't have a 4th. But to be honest, this scene is also great. So.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move on, I do have to ask you, do you also just have 4 1-1 Ninos? Or is that also I technically don't have a 4th SSP?
We don't talk about that.
Okay, moving on. All right, so here we're going to move on to our champion José's build. So you did mention that you qualified with SDS Hendrickson, and here we are with post-restriction SDX Hendrickson. So before you start talking a bit about your list, I want to give you just like a lead-up question. Why do you think it was still the bring for you post-restriction? And do you think that the hit was strong enough for you to doubt otherwise? Because we are playing the 2-1 Hawk here, which is still the Fumio profile. So if you can give us a bit of your thoughts about that and just your deck in general.
Yeah, sure. I think that the ban was strong enough because until the ban we did Fumio for 1 stock. Now we need 3 stock. So I think that it was a big loss. The second thing that we lost with the ban list, it was the bouncer. It hurt so much, the bouncer, because of Shanna, Nike now, Nino. There are too many decks that where we need the bouncer, so it hurts so much. But I think that Weiss is a game where if you are solid with a deck and the deck is good, then go with that. I think that is the best. So to keep going, keep being strong, the change was 2 Goddess Famber, that is for Memory Sun Charter. It's pay off in the final, because I killed a Nino that could have killed me in their turn. So it paid off really much. The trees, I love the trees. They are from Steve. Steve is the
Steve is
master
them,
of trees.
His influence spreads worldwide.
I love them. It's true that with the trees you can play too many lanes because you break with it. This lane break with this and with this, with every
5 events in the deck.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't play any more lane. I just play one to try to take something or teach something from my hand. And the tree give me so many consistency. Today was in the quarterfinals versus the other Nino. I started with 4 or 5 stock, and I could do a triple combo because of the tree.
Oh, 4
They
or
are
5
really,
stock
really
into
good.
triple Henderson.
Really,
Yes.
really good. Other people play 3 healers. I don't like to play 3 healers because usually when I need to play 1 healer, I am from behind. I don't like to reach 1 card from hand and 1 stock to get the heal. I prefer to keep conservative and have the resource to kill my rival. That's how I play. Other people to play the runner, the Guild Thunder runner.
Yeah, the good.
But
3/5 chaser.
I am happy with my level zeros because more consistency to pick something that I need. The runner going second, the best, and he can kill the level 0 bombers. He's a level 1, pretty good. The king.
The king. The king.
The king.
Is annoying.
Yeah.
The king.
Killed my 1/1.
I love this card. In the end game, I can clock and bring a lane, kill him. Today I went from 2-3 to 3-0 doing that.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's like they I heard you were at 2-1, they swung you to 2-3, pass turn intentionally to not hit you to level 3,
Exactly.
and then you forced yourself to level 3.
Exactly.
It would.
And that was the win and in. So I am really happy with that.
Amazing
I love
play.
it.
Amazing play. honestly.
Beautiful.
And that is all. I don't think that there is anything more important in the decks because yes,
Yeah.
disruption and the compressors.
Yeah.
So real quick, I just want to ask. So,
Yeah.
so after the ban, so before the
Yeah.
ban list, you were how many the Dreyfus were you running?
Yeah, I was running like 2 Dreyfus. This is for the fourth
tree,
the 4-3.
and then the bouncer, right?
Yes, and the bouncer.
Oh, so this is what they changed.
I think that this was the change.
Like more or less,
Oh
yeah.
wow! Okay, I see. So you added the ambers in.
Exactly.
right? Okay, wow.
Exactly, because
That's so
because
interesting.
I am so afraid of Shanna, of Nike tag counter, of Hololive tag counter. So I know that I need some tool for that, and I don't care about them being event. Of course, they are worse, but with the lane and with the Hendrickson top check,
Yeah.
I
get
can
it
search for
pretty
them.
consistently.
Yeah. Some other people run the Merlin,
red,
the one, the red one. But I tried to play it with this deck with 4 colors. I am not playing that.
Yeah, it
I
is.
am not playing
It
that.
is a lot to juggle
Yeah,
around.
the thing is that if you want to play 4 colors, I need to have more lane, and I won't drop the trees.
Yeah.
That was that.
Not-
this is a
non-negotiable.
must for me.
Yeah,
This is a must
no,
for me.
It makes sense. Wow, that's so tight. I think like the
Yeah.
changes that you made from the ban list, it just makes so much sense to me, and I think it's so cool to see how you like really honed in on exactly what the deck needed to do well.
This is not only from me. This one friend of mine named Angel Belherzer, that he top 8 in Madrid. I played versus him, so it was like some other two was eliminated. And this list is with him.
Yeah, I really like this particular list as well because I think one of the downfalls that people do think about like the trees package is that like you are cutting into your zero line, and some people do go down into not a super consistent number of zeros, but I do see here that you are still on 23 zeros.
Yeah.
Compared to like the normal no trees deck is like 25-ish, but like you're not really cutting that many zeros, so you still have that
I
consistency early
tried
game.
to not cut any
Yeah.
zero. That's the thing. That's why I cut 1 tree,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to cut any more early.
I think that is such a great decision for sure. All right, thank you guys for your deck overviews. Let's talk a bit more about your general experience during the day. Any particular highlights of the day, or actually, let's go over just generally what you guys played. So I know we were talking a bit before we were recording, but Tong, what did you play against today?
Lots of Alberta.
Oh, lots of
I
Alberta.
think I played at least like around 3, 4, something like that. It just felt a lot. Mix of Nikkei, Sins, obviously, and also macros. I think it was. I think those are the main decks that I can recall. It was a very diverse format. So obviously excluding Alberta.
Right.
But otherwise, it was pretty nice to see a mix of other decks to try.
There you
play
go.
against.
And if you were to have brought Bunny Girl, you would have had a lot of coin flip mirrors, and that would not have been very fun, right? So
No, I think
yeah,
it's awful.
yeah. How about yourself, Jose? How was your day?
My day was like 3 agutas, I think.
Oh yeah.
You guys are the Albuta Slayers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 Ninos. I slay all the Ninos in the top.
No.
I did not need to hear that.
But I got. I started with a mirror match today.
Oh wow.
But he wasn't playing the Amber. And I think the most strange matchup was Pixar.
Yeah. Yeah. Our friend
I
Hansen.
knew what Pixar does because when I started to play Weiss, I played versus hits. But it was like, okay, man, I don't know what you do. I only know that you want to mill my deck. It's the only thing that
the
I know.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only thing. It was really fun.
Excellent, and you guys have the result to show for it. All right, so let's wrap up with this interview. Any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to just mention? Any plugs? Let's start with you, Tom. Final thoughts and wrap ups.
I just think this is my first time at Worlds, and according to a lot of my local community, I'm one of the first members to ever gone this far. I think some may have just gone to Worlds, some tried really hard at like some of the BCS, but going all the way straight from BCS regionals to BCS Worlds to top 8, top 4, and to the final, to the grand finals, it's an amazing achievement in itself. Just shout out to all my local Weiss community in Queensland. I think we've built it's a very scarce community, but we're very close knit, and I think like a lot of us have supported me throughout all of this. It's amazing to have such inviting and very positive community to play with all the time. And as I said, huge thank you to everyone, for all the players, staff. It was just an amazing day.
Beautiful, yeah. I know you're gonna get a hero's welcome when you fly back home. So,
That's what I've heard.
how about you, Jose? Wrap ups and shout outs.
This last year was rough. I almost stopped playing Weiss. For real. So my biggest shoutouts are to my teammates, Xavi, Antonio, and Angel, the one that I say that helped me with the list. So many thank you to my other friend that came with me to Japan. I will go with them this night to celebrate.
Yes.
So thank you to everyone.
Of course. and you will also get a hero's welcome for sure. And also, it's kind of funny how you mentioned you were almost about to quit Weiss, and here you are already pre-invited to next world. So you are just chilling for an entire year, and we will see you at next world, Jose.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Congratulations again on the amazing results. This is the end of a very long regionals journey, and you guys have the results, the dedication. You guys both brought the same deck from what you qualified with to Worlds, despite a ban list, despite people thinking it's not the play. You guys went with your comfort picks and what you guys liked, not the bunny girls, not the Nikkeis, and you guys outperformed all of them. Thank you guys so much. Have a good rest. This has been a really long day. Thank you guys for agreeing with our interview. And from the Trust Us Collectibles team here, this does wrap up our Worlds coverage. We are going to have a lot of content actually covering the Worlds event, but this should be going up on our channel fairly soon, so stay tuned to that. And you guys will find a link in the descriptions to the deck logs, and also whatever they want to plug, we'll have there in the description as well. Second place trophy, champion, and this beautiful Freerun top 1 promo. All right, that's gonna do it for us. Thank you again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Thank you.